It's still all in it, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we'll play it back now for you. Mrs. Pondelay, I know I oughta come around today to see your daughter. She's rather young and sweet. I'd like to meet your daughter. She's so young. I'm just a butcher down the street. She's holding hostage. I'll measure up some meat and show me saucy, cause she's young and sweet. I'd like to meet your daughter. Sausage on the bun. No, I'm no fool, I never drool, but she could make me lick me lips. But she's so young, I won't use tongue. I'll just wait for me fish and chips. This is Pondelay. I know I oughta come around today to see your daughter. She's rather young and sweet. I'd like to meet your daughter. Come on, little girl.
Oh, I love that song. I didn't know we were doing the long intro today.
It was a surprise.
Ah, well. Surprise me in rehearsals, Phil. Don't surprise me live on the show.
That's cute, like we have rehearsal.
This
This is all scripted, you guys.
Yeah, this is all part of. We hate to break down the fourth wall, but this is all carefully choreographed. So welcome everybody who can hear the sound of my voice to this week's edition of the Squatchable podcast, where we take a look at the week in Bigfoot news. Joining me as always, Bill Pulling. Bill, how are you?
I'm doing very well, thank you very much.
And joining us, sick with the Rona, Nikki Slick. Nikki?
I don't have the Rona, but hey.
Well, you keep coughing, you know.
Yeah.
Ring-a-ring of roses, pocket full of posies. Got the Rona.
We all fall down.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
It's someone needs to do that. I mean, that was about the plague. Someone needs to make a childhood rhyme for the coronavirus.
Well, I did do a video, a music video, for the murder hornets.
Oh yeah, I forgot. We're over the coronavirus now, aren't we?
Thank you, Will.
Murder hornets.
Yeah. It's great. It's it's like the opening to the old Green Hornet, except it's murder hornets. And it's got the Green Hornet theme, but you know.
I did like that meme that's going around at all the bees with the toilet paper. The bees preparing for murder.
The Clorox and shit, yeah.
That made me laugh.
I noticed one of them was carrying a bottle of Jim Beam, too. Whatever.
Alrighty. And
also, you know, we have to say hello to Secret Agent 98.6 as well, because she's listening in.
I sent her the link before the show.
Yeah.
Where would we be without super secret agent Stephanie?
I don't know.
We'd be doing a lot worse than we are. Now, if you enjoy Power Breakdown and Dickie Slick, you may enjoy the badly drawn misadventures of two Bigfoot. Head on over to Facebook and Bigfoot with Keith and Colin, where this week I am taking a week off. All right, I am out of ideas. I'm having a week off. I'm just going to be posting oldies for the next week. Okay, so don't harass me. It's 1 week. You know, you guys will live.
Okay, you know, no problem. You know,
I'm sick. I deserve new cartoons, like little comics. See,
just something to look forward to with my morning tea, and there it goes. Oh well,
we'll see. If I have an idea tomorrow, I'll pull some new.
Oh, okay.
No, you don't have to. We don't want to.
As it stands right now, I'm having a week off. Okay. Okay. So our first story, comes from this site. I've stupidly maximized it without writing down. Okay, this comes from the Shudder. The Shudder.
The Shudder.
Scary. 3 strange accounts of Bigfoots and spirits. There's only 2 stories we're going to talk about because one of them's a ghost story and doesn't really have anything to do with Bigfoot.
And yet I listened to it anyway. Damn it.
And let Nikki listen to it anyway. So This is some 100% woo stuff here. The first story comes from Bob Titmus, who was a well-known Bigfoot researcher from back in the day. In the last years of his life, he talked to the Shudder. He spoke about being up in Bluff Creek a year or so before the Patterson-Gimlin film was filmed. He was certain there was a Bigfoot in the area based on evidence he'd collected. He lost track of time when he was doing his little expedition. He wasn't wearing adequate clothing for the night, so he dug a ditch and covered himself in dirt and pine needles. He guessed the time was about 1 a.m. when he was startled awake by a large creature heading towards him. He thought it was a bear, but then realized it was too noisy to be a bear. He began to scream and thrash around the forest and continued until dawn, and when dawn broke, the animal went away. Bob got up and had a look around the area. He found some evidence that something big had torn up saplings and stumped around. After the Patterson-Gimlin film was filmed, he went and checked out Bluff Creek, and he compared the footprints he found there to the footprints he found that night, and believed that the Bigfoot he had a encounter with was the same Bigfoot from the film.
And then he shot it. And then he walked around with red hands.
And then he shot it, and he put it in a red pit.
And then walked around with red hands.
Because, that's what you do.
When I'm out in the woods, and it's starting to get dark, I know the first thing I like to do is dig a pit and bury myself in sticks and leaves.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that like standard procedure?
Oh, yeah. Oh. But, I don't believe it. I don't believe that story.
That's it. Just flat out don't believe it.
No, I mean, it's the first time I've heard it, and we all know, about Titmus. So, no, I just don't buy it. Sorry.
You don't believe the Bob?
I just think he's getting he's just trying for a little extra mileage. He was just trying for a little extra mileage before he died,
Fair enough. I mean, Bob Titmus was famous for, shall we say, tall tales.
Well, he is who he is, or was. He is dead, right?
Yeah, he had a heart attack.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the first story. The second one is the Hairy Man, or the Harry Man, as it's spelled there, of the creek.
Maybe that was his name.
The Harry Man.
Yeah.
Harry and the Hendersons, maybe?
Exactly, see?
Mm-hmm.
Bit of a continuity, crossover story there. So a little girl loved to play in the woods next to the creek. Several times when she was there, she would hear movement, rustling, and tree knocks. She had 2 brothers and thought they were messing with her. They denied it. She told her mum about the strange sounds, and her mum told her that she wasn't allowed there again unsupervised. So she pestered her older teenage sister, and they went down to the creek. Not long after they arrived, they started hearing the same noises, tree knocks, rustling. All of a sudden, the teenager saw a large, hairy figure and told her sisters to run home as fast as they could. They did. And, they told their mum, and their mum locked the doors and protected them from the Harry Man of the creek. It's a sighting report. It is what it is.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I like that story. That's a good story.
Mm-hmm.
We're down with that story.
Oh, yeah.
The Bob Titmus one, that was utter crap. But this one, we're all in.
Oh, yeah. Well, this one has an air of truth to it.
An air of truth.
An air of truth, yeah, because, that's basically the way that most encounters happen. You see them, you run, and they run the other direction, and that's it.
And it makes sense that what happened with a teenager and a young girl.
Right.
There's no over-exaggeration or long, drawn out BS story to it. It's just what it is.
We heard some stuff. We saw some stuff. We ran. I mean, checks out to me. Seems legit.
Yep.
Wow.
I concur.
Okay, well, all right then. So the eyewitness account from the little girl and her teenage sister is 100% fact.
Yes.
No, I didn't say it was 100% fact.
We're giving that the Squatchable seal of approval.
Hey! Don't be doing that to me now.
I'm gonna print out copies of that story, put a little picture of Phil pulling next to it, and Phil pulling approved. That's what.
Put Team Taser approved on it.
Team Taser approved. Wow. Well, that's going back a bit. End up getting sued by the Taser Corporation and Michael Merchant. But yeah, there was those two interesting Bigfoot eyewitness accounts. I love an eyewitness account. It's a good story, good time. We move on. Do we have any commercials?
Oh, commercials? Well, I suppose we could have a commercial. Here's one.
Videodian, the store with the world's largest video selection in all North Texas, presents
Great armadillo, honey. I'll have another.
Jim never wanted a second armadillo before I went to Videodian.
Hi, friends. It's your old pal, the Dead Ranger. And while the supply lasts, you can stop in and pick up the armadillo recipe of the week. It'll show you how to cook them that secret old-time Texas way that locks in the juices. It'll show you how many parts you thought weren't edible actually are if you close your eyes. Yep, Videodian, home of Atari, Bally, and television, and the new Commodore computer, is also your armadillo recipe headquarters. From something as complicated as armadillo on a half shell to something as down home as good old armadillo on a stick. With our recipes, you can serve your family armadillo every night.
Videodian 311 West Woodard in Denison, right above the Minuteman missile silo.
The new Commodore computer.
Yeah. Well, you got.
I heard it and immediately clung to it. I was just like, yeah, the new one.
Well, yeah. It's Texas. They still have video stores down there.
Yeah.
I believe that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Tried to unmute myself by pressing my middle mouse button. Didn't work.
You're addicted.
I was just down there a couple of years ago. Picked up a couple of 8-tracks, and
Yeah.
Beta tapes.
Commodore 64 with some real floppy disks.
Atari. They still have Atari.
And television. Great.
I never had a Commodore with floppy disks. It was always
Had the tape.
cassette.
Oh man, even the cassette was trash.
I loved the cassette. You could
Fast forward.
take the game out and play the little Space Invaders game while the actual game loaded. And you could just take the tape out so it didn't load the game and just play Space Invaders. It was great. Never released a standalone Space Invaders for the Commodore. Just annoyed by that.
No.
Well,
But
then,
okay, our next story is...
you can find Videodian online, too. Whatever.
So I accidentally took an extra video to make up for this blinding mistake. I picked another MK Davis video. Didn't mean to. Didn't even really read it. Just came up on my feed as Bigfoot news. I'm over this. I'm over this story. This is MK Davis talking about the Red Pit. If you can't hear my inverted quotations there, then you really need to learn sarcasm. But yeah, he goes to talk to Dr. Bruce, a known physicist. Tells him about the old Red Pit where all the Bigfoot are supposedly buried, that that Roger Patterson brutally murdered.
Yeah, Bruce Maccabee. He's a kook.
Yeah, to say the least. I mean, this was
He does have a doctorate in physics.
So does Matthew Johnson.
But yeah, there's case in point. So does Matthew Johnson. Doctorate's no good if you ignore it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's no good if you fail to use it. Anyway.
I mean, like, put those two examples. He's a doctor in physics. He's a got a doctorate in physics. I mean, okay, that's great. How does that help with a Bigfoot massacre? Oh, wait, it doesn't.
It doesn't.
It doesn't. You need critical thinking skills, which
Yeah,
these
which
guys
this
seem
man-
to always be lacking. So
He did confirm that it was the color red.
oh, that's good.
Yeah, and he's a physicist, so he should know.
Yeah.
Well, that's that.
And
then.
but he went a step further. I mean, he's on video. The doctor's on video saying, which indicates that it was probably some red-colored fluid that had dried. From looking at this old film, he deducted that it must have been some red-colored liquid or fluid that had dried.
Regular Sherlock Holmes, this bloke. Using deductive reasoning to,
Yeah.
waste my time. Do you know what? I don't want to talk about this at all. I picked this video by accident. I hate
Well,
this.
I'm glad you posted it because I'm making a video on it today.
Oh, well,
Hell yeah.
something good came out of it then. But yeah, do we have another commercial?
Oh, sure. Why not?
First, we marinate the armadillo in Lone Star until he passes out. You're listening to world-renowned chef Henri Lehoux. Next, we pull the creature's lips back into a smile. So, describing his recipe for deep dish armadillo. Then we place it in one of the many potholes in the streets of Denison, sprinkled in the jalapenos and cheese, and cover the entire thing with a Pontiac hubcap. Hours pass. The day's heat wears on, until at last. Voila! She is done! Magnifique! Henri, watch out.
Videodian presents the first annual Armadillo Pothole Cook-Off. Could it be you who walks off with a fabulous prize some night after our store is closed? Don't try it at night. The store is guarded by a huge dog whose face resembles Howard Cosell. Videodian, 311 West Woodard, in downtown Denison, right above the Minuteman missile silo.
Excellent. We've got 12 live viewers now. And
Wow.
when we first started doing this show, for the first 6 months, we only had 3 or 4. And I'm putting our success down to those commercials. I bet our fans only listen to this for the commercials.
It's the only reason I'm here.
No. Yeah.
No,
That's
you're
more-
here because of those photos I've got of you.
Somebody else.
All right, so here's a nice little absolute cracker of a video. Let's have a look at this. Bigfoot caught on camera hiding. Oh, yeah, this is what we're talking about. Check out the pixelated garbage here. He's got a little.
What
finger
is
pointing.
that? Is that a penis? What is? What was that?
It's a finger pointing. It was
It
crossed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Is that the Bigfoot? Is this the
Oh, yeah.
Bigfoot?
Which
Yeah.
one?
This one here. No,
Shadow on
no,
the tree? No.
no, that's not the Bigfoot. Where's the? No hand. So
I
that's
see
not
a
the
land
Bigfoot.
shark.
There's Elvis. There he is.
Oh, there it is. Down there. There
it is. No.
No.
Oh, what's this? What's this? He's zooming in over here.
I like the fact that he's playing the video on a screen. Oh, there's another.
There.
Come on,
He's pointing again.
Still looks like.
Oh,
Oh. Hey.
here we go.
Anyway, so it's recording off a monitor or a screen, a TV screen, with a cell phone. That's some good quality there. Why did he do that? I have to ask that question. Why did you record it off the screen with your cell phone?
Well, he didn't want this obvious tree trunk to look like a tree trunk. He wanted it to look like a Bigfoot.
And it still looks like a tree trunk, so.
Yeah. I mean, look, it's really out of focus there.
He failed, didn't he, Mr. Narrator?
Badly. So badly. It's still a tree trunk, but we haven't seen a green arrow, a green tick saying that this is right. Oh, wait.
There
What's
we
that?
go.
There
That
we
looks like
go.
a Bigfoot.
There's
Yeah.
the money shot.
That's it right there.
Let's get a Brazzers logo.
Why didn't he go there in the first place?
Should have just, hit
Made
us with
us sit through all this other stuff.
teased us, and then gave us the money shot. There it is. One Bigfoot, ladies and gentlemen. If you are not convinced, switch off this podcast and just do something else with your life.
No, don't. Just don't.
Mystery solved. Mystery solved. Oh, look at that. He's so, they're clearly defined. Oh, and he wants us to subscribe. Yeah, I'm totally going to do that. Awesome. Absolutely awesome. All right. That was
riveting.
That was some good quality. Good old fashioned.
Before, I'm convinced now. Tree trunks exist.
Wow. Do you know, I'm sensing like a bit of skepticism, Nikki. Did you not see what we just saw?
It was there.
Yeah, it was there. What we just saw was there.
See?
Guys, it's over. Next episode, we'll be going the Chupacabra Bull podcast.
I would love to do I love Chupacabra stories. I love them.
Oh, come on, Nikki.
I love them.
Come on. The Chupacabra is the most preposterous cryptid in the history of mankind.
They're great.
They're great, though.
Yeah.
Is it a mangy dog? Is it a little reptile thing? No one seems to know.
I know because I read the initial report and I saw the original story on it.
Yes, the original report. Someone saw a species, went home, and then saw a beast that resembles the creature from Species. It's like the most obvious case of mass hysteria in mankind's history.
Nah, Mothman is.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, okay. Okay.
And now for a word from our sponsor.
Hi, friends. This is your old pal, the Dead Ranger, for Videodian, where for a limited time, just to get you to come on down, we're gonna kill a Swiss person every 15 seconds. Videodian! I know it sounds cruel, but we tried everything else. We told you we got the largest video selection in all North Texas. Cassette sales, rentals, classic movies. Put his little hat in the corner with the others, Herb. Did I mention video games? Oh, you bet. Atari and television, Bally, Sony, Panasonic, all in a friendly atmosphere. How many of these sweet little cheesemakers have to bite the big one before you folks get the idea?
Videodian, 311 West Woodard in mighty downtown Denison.
That's my kind of video store right there. Just a bunch of people lined up against the wall, like, you better come in here.
It's Texas.
Or we'll kill Swiss people. Well, all right then. Our next video comes from the Squatch detective, Steve Coles. Can I just say this is an impressive opening? This guy's got a hell of a lot more production value than we do. I mean, that's some good quality.
I disagree with him on this one, though.
Whoa! You're questioning the mighty Steve Coles?
No, I'm not questioning him. I'm disagreeing with him.
Okay, so this is a story, a video about the Vermont trail cam photo shot in 2010. Well, we've all seen the picture. It's a blurry thing landing in an apple orchard. He interviews the man who took the picture, who spins a nice yarn about there being loads of having a considerable amount of apples on the tree, and the tree is torn. The apples are torn down from the tree. He puts up a trail cam. He captures pictures of crows eating the apples, a coyote, and then the last picture is this blurry thing coming down.
An owl.
An owl. Well, though Steve Cole says it's not an owl. Phil.
That's right. Thus the conundrum. But he had expert confirmation on what he thought it was, as in a Bigfoot. He had expert confirmation on it because he had the photograph examined by a professional. And you know who we got to examine that photo?
Was it Steve Coles?
No, it was Dr. Bruce McCabe. The same guy that was in your last video with MK Davis.
He was like, "Yeah, looks good to me."
Seriously, it's in the video. He in the story. He went and had him examine the photograph. And good old Dr. Bruce even drew a little diagram of why the shadows are not, are the way they are and everything. And I'm like, well, you're an idiot, because he put the light source what looked like a foot or two above where the camera is, and it was a trail cam.
No. Carry it on. Keep the rant going. We love a good film.
It was a trail cam.
It was a trail cam.
It's like, I can understand there was be a difference in the width of the shadow that's cast on the ground if you had a separate light source above or to one or the other side. But it was a trail cam. The light source is on the camera. You shouldn't have much of a shadow at all anyway, regardless of where this thing's at. And it was to the right of the camera. So the camera's light was shining from left to right. I mean, the guy was completely full of crap.
No way.
And yet, Mr. Coles seems to think that indicated that it was close to the ground. But if you look at the two photographs, the one where they have somebody bending down, and you have the other one, the shadow does not look the same in the two shots. If you look at the guy's arms that's close to the ground, you won't see any shadow. Also, the other object's brighter, which indicates it's closer to the camera. Good job, Dr. McCabe.
We've got no trespassing signs. So you'd, wow. I thought you'd be on his side. I wasn't expecting.
Oh, I'm on the side generally, yeah. But I just don't agree with him on this particular photograph.
To an optics physicist.
I even outlined the owl. It's got two wings. The back's to the camera. The head is swooped down in front of it, so you can't see the head. And it's got tucked wings on the left and right. You can see it. Right there. See where the speckles are? That's the back.
Yeah.
And then you see the left wing sticking out on the left. That's not a head. And then the right wing is kind of out on the right there.
My only thing is, owls don't eat apples, obviously. They're carnivores.
Well, it's probably going after a mouse.
Oh, yeah.
Mice eat apples.
Mice eat apples, yeah.
Rats eat apples.
Yeah.
And, so do small rabbits and so forth. Well, you see, now look at the arm.
I am.
Look at his right hand down near the ground and his other forearm. Very, very thin shadow. See, there's the camera. The light source is right there, right above the lens. It's not so far apart. It's going to make much of a difference.
It took me a hot minute to see anything other than an owl when I first saw it too. I mean, it's a stretch to put the way that they're doing it. Even next to the guy, I was like, okay, it's an owl.
And you have Dr. Maccabee, which is he's a loon.
All right then. I wasn't expecting that opinion. Okay then. It does look like an owl, to be fair.
Yeah, it does.
Shelley has said it's a great horned owl. I'd say an eagle owl.
Yeah, that's the speckling on the back is kind of tells it, right?
Yeah. Okay then.
I'm with you, Will. I want an owl too.
I do not want a pet owl.
I had a pet owl. I had a barn owl when I was a teenager.
But you and me, Frank, we live in a different part of the world. I mean, we do have eagle owls living in England. I know you're not English, but still.
Yeah. So yeah, it's an owl. Okay. In my opinion, it's an owl.
And Phil and Nikki are saying owl. I say it looks like an owl also. Alrighty then. Another commercial lined up.
I do? Oh, I do. I guess I do. As soon as I close this other thing.
Hi there, buckaroos. It's your old pal, the Dead Ranger for Videodian. You know, we had a lot of complaints saying that we'd kill a Swiss person every 15 seconds just to get you to come on in. But then again, we had a lot of letters of support and congratulations. People know what Swiss can do. People around here have had a herd of Swiss run through their crops during the night. And you know, in 1918, a big swarm of Swiss so large they darkened the skies descended on Hershey, Pennsylvania. I was there. I was just a boy, but I still remember their hideous yodeling. And they tied my 16-year-old sister to a big wheel of cheese, and then they forced her to listen to accordion playing. So even though I can't kill Swiss people no more, I can still kill a Swiss chard. I can stomp a Swiss watch. I can pound a Swiss steak and bite the head off a Swiss chocolate bunny. So there, Videodian, 311 West Woodard in downtown Denison.
Quality. Absolutely quality. Enjoy your commercials. All right, Nikki, Phil, get ready for this absolute magnificent video. Get ready to play Spot the Bigfoot with me.
Uh-huh.
Here we go. We're starting. Now, this is a Northern Michigan video. Bigfoot, remember him from last week with his drone video. He's one of these types of the late Tim Fasano, who holds the camera in front of him, just films everything. Timber Giant does that as well. But Timber Giant will turn it around on his own face. Not so much as he used to. But,
not anymore.
Not anymore. Not since the accident. Oh, he's in reflected. There's one. There's a Bigfoot right there.
Yeah.
It's disguised as a human, but you can never tell.
There's a bunch of
it's
shadows.
Interesting. I used to, there were times when I would be just driving along, like on the loop highway or something, a lot of woods there. And I'd have my dash cam and I'd point it towards the woods as I'm driving along, like this guy's doing, just to see if I could see anything or catch something on video. So I can relate to this guy in that respect, but there is a difference between him and I. I wasn't dumb enough to post it online.
Wow. Shots fired. But yeah, he's talking about, at this point in the video, he's talking about hearing stuff coming from the woods. And he's just going to drive around, panning his camera.
I'm waiting for the burnt stump to show up. Oh, there's a Bigfoot.
Yeah, he gets out in a minute. He's going to get out. He's going to have a look around.
Mm-hmm.
He does a couple of whoops. I say whoops.
I didn't get that far.
Well, the beauty about having unlimited internet now is that I don't have to pick little 2-minute or 3-minute videos. I can get like half-an-hour videos if I want.
And then make us watch them, looking for Bigfoot in the woods.
I mean, what have we done lately to deserve this?
What's wrong with a nice, good-hearted video about a dude driving around, pointing his camera in the woods? I mean, at the very least, it's some good scenery.
That's true. It's zen.
Zen. Get a real, sense of belonging. All right, okay, it's shite. Okay, are you happy? I'll just pick some shorter videos of this caliber.
Well, I just.
Oh, I'm pretty sure.
I'm looking for a shadow. A dark tree.
There were some shadows before.
A bug on the
lens.
Had to be a baby. Anything.
What about this? There's one up a tree there.
Oh, okay. That's the baby Bigfoot. Show me the spring-fed tarp.
What about there? What about there? There's a shadow there. I mean, there's a Bigfoot there.
You missed a bunch of shadows. Like, I don't know, 2 minutes.
Well, you guys were like whinging about the video, and I was trying to dig it up, and then you were like,
I mean, there are shadows. They're just not dark enough.
That's true.
Yeah, there's no big. This is kind of terrible when there's no Bigfoot quality shadows.
The problem is it looks like it's kind of an overcast day, so you're not going to get any definitive shadows like that you would during full sunlight. You don't get that contrast, so it's just kind of washed out.
Now he's going forward again.
Yeah, he's having a look around. He's doing another.
There it is on the left, up the tree. See, baby Bigfoot.
See it?
Baby Bigfoot right there.
Yeah.
There we go.
Notice how it's frozen in fright. It's not moving.
It's just absolutely terrified.
Oh, he did get out of the vehicle.
Oh, he's gonna go check it out. Baby Bigfoot, get him.
He's goading the Bigfoot at this point in the video. He's saying, "Hey, you guys drew attention to me. Come out and play." Does another whoop.
Wouldn't it be hilarious if they actually did and he just shot himself like right there? Dropped his camera.
Dropped the camera. All you see is him running towards the truck sideways while you're laying on the ground, and then the Bigfoot picks up the camera. This is getting dumb.
Yeah, it's turned into a found footage movie. Okay, fine. Moving on. Got a commercial.
So did he actually? You watched the whole video. Did he actually find anything resembling a Bigfoot?
No, of course he didn't.
I noticed the tree is broken. See the broken tree?
Yeah. Obviously, the only thing that could have done that was a Bigfoot, not like lightning strike or anything like that. No.
Yeah.
But you guys really should have listened to the whoops because they were so pathetic. Like, imagine the worst attempt at a Bigfoot whoop you've ever heard in your life.
So me just running up into the woods going, hooty hoo!
Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah. The guy went like this. He went, whoop, whoop,
whoop, whoop. Yeah. It was awful. I'm like, seriously? Even if there is a Bigfoot there, it's just going to give you that look, that, what the hell are you doing look? Oh, awful.
People who actually call out to Bigfoot, it's like they're not even using their head. It's any mother would recognize, let's say, the voice of their child, any voice of any child in the playground, and as soon as you hear your child say something or scream, you know it's yours. Families recognize each other's voices. Animals are that way too. A duck can recognize a duckling's quack as their own little duckling. So you don't think that Bigfoot knows the difference between other family members whooping and this guy in the pickup truck?
It's actually true. About 2 years ago.
All he's going to do is scare the thing away.
Yeah, you're right. He doesn't speak. He's back in the truck now.
Stop whooping, people.
Stop whooping.
Stop making your stupid Bigfoot calls. It's not going to get anything.
Hashtag stop the whoopacy.
You really someone needs to make a Bigfoot call, like they have duck calls and stuff. Just make a Bigfoot one. Oh, I see one on the very left side. Look at that. Oh, never mind. It went away.
No, that was his finger.
Oh, okay.
That was his finger. Sorry.
Yeah. I was for like half a second.
Well, they can't all be that best Bigfoot footage from 2 videos ago, the green one. They can't all be that quality. I think I should just pick 2-minute ones of those that we can have a good laugh at.
See you now.
Yeah, unless at the end of the 10-minute video there's like something we're seeing that looks decent.
All right, you've made your point.
I mean, really, how long is this? 10 minutes?
Yeah, 10 minutes.
10 minutes of this.
And he never captures anything that looks.
I said I was sorry.
I'm not going to forgive you ever.
You're the worst. You're the absolute worst. All right, do we have another commercial, or was that it?
No, we've got plenty of commercials.
We have all the commercials in the world.
Yeah.
Bring on the commercial, man.
My name is Scott McGrath. The day before my 8th birthday, I fell in a pile of fire ants and suffered significant wounds on over 70% of my body. Since that day, I have made a solemn vow to kill every insect on planet Earth. I hate them with the passion of a religious zealot. Speaking of all the plagues, I hate the locust plague the most. For the last 12 years, my white-hot rage has materialized in the form of my business, McGrath Pest Control. I have harnessed this unforgivable intolerance of insects and released the wrath of my fury on bugs in and around the homes of Houston. I will kill those bugs in any way that I can. Chemicals, my boot, my bare fist, or any other object that can end the life of an insect. Call 281-469-8240 and give me the honor of killing bugs at your house. I also hate rats and spiders. Go to McGrathPestControl.com.
Old man, why can't he? I would call him right now.
That one
We have
was
an
really
ant
good.
problem. I just ants just start.
Oh, that one was really
crap
good.
out of my counters.
That one was amazing.
Another new sponsor there.
I have harnessed my rage to kill every insect on this planet. My kind of guy. Frank Smith, of course, enjoys his insects. He keeps praying mantises as well as other.
That's really cool. I like insects too, but I don't like them where they're not supposed to be.
I hate them.
Which is hanging out around my kitchen sink. They don't care about food. The ants just want the water. It's driving me nuts.
Well, I fell into a nest of fire ants when I was a kid. So. Oh, that was wonderful.
I used to step in those all the time when I was in Florida.
Absolutely wonderful. Quality commercial. Anyway, get ready, ladies and gentlemen, for the worst top 10 video I've ever seen in my entire life. And you can tell how bad it is because top 10 videos, as a rule, do really well on YouTube. 182 views.
This thing really is so lame.
It's awful, and half of them haven't even. Some of them aren't even evidence. It's just theories. But
and anytime that they can't see like this. Anytime they can give you something out of like this one here, they don't even have the story, and they're showing this.
Yeah, there's Billy Jack's porcupine in a tree.
And then they film their own footage,
yep,
which no one's ever seen before.
Nope.
And like this right here, they film their own footage, and then they kind of put it into this the story, and you're not seeing anything in relative to the story or the video or anything.
Oh,
You're just seeing what they produce. Like this guy, that's not Roger Patterson.
It's supposed to be Roger Patterson. Why is the Patterson Gimlin footage?
Look at this. Look at this. This is supposed to be Roger Patterson right here.
That's exactly what he looked like.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
There's Gimlin.
This is actual footage of Roger Patterson. Here he is.
There's Bob Gimlin. There's Bob
Wild
Oh, God.
This is actually, here we go. This is the actual Patterson Gimlin film. Right here. That's pretty
look
terrible.
at those bloody trees.
Yeah. It's all
There's
red.
blood on those trees.
It's all red. Yeah, that's number 13. The Patterson Gimlin footage is number 13.
Yeah, that should have been like number 1 to me, but whatever.
Yeah, it should be. Marble Mountain footage.
Marble Mountain. Here we are in Marble Mountain. And look, here's the Boy Scout troops that was there when they saw it. Look at it.
Through a telescope. I mean, this is some...
Wait, did you see that Bigfoot like on the top of the hill on the right-hand side?
I did. There's one there. Look, shadow.
No, there was actually like a cutout Bigfoot on the hill.
There's the Marble Mountain footage. Long since debunked.
No, it's just a guy.
It's just a guy. At least, at least the Memorial Day footage, there's a bit of question mark. But this is obviously a dude. Utah, sorry.
Oh, they were completely wrong. Look at this. This is in Utah. What you're going to see in Utah is maybe a little bit of wildlife.
Cheetah.
And they show a cheetah. Like a cheetah is in Utah.
Yeah, everyone knows home of the cheetah preserve in Utah. I mean, cheetahs and Provo Canyon, that's what Utah's famous for. I was going to say potatoes, but that's Idaho, isn't it? This is Provo Canyon footage.
Sure it is.
One. That's not Provo Canyon. That's first Billy Jack's porcupine.
That's in Maine.
Yep.
Maine, Utah.
Maine, Utah. That was a bear.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
This is awful.
And you notice the Freeman footage isn't in the top 10.
The Freeman footage isn't on it at all. Jacob's cut.
Man.
Jacob's photo, top number 10. This is better than the Patterson Gimlin film.
Right. And then she has the nerve to say that the person that had the trail cam compared it with the small bear cubs and said that they were nothing alike. And I'm like, no, that's not true at all.
That's blatantly a bear.
She's just making up stuff as they go along. And she kept saying like, this is absolute proof, like it's factual and stuff.
It's absolute 100% truth.
And I'm like, wow.
Pretty bears.
Very fluffy. And this is a list of hoax videos. These are like 3 known hoax videos they've decided to include in a top 30 list of most compelling Bigfoot evidence.
3 men in a parka.
And this is the Yellowstone footage.
Actually, it's not. It's different footage.
Oh, I thought it was Yellowstone.
It's the same location, but it's different footage. Boy, I'll tell you. Now, this one's not even a Bigfoot video.
No, that's CGI.
This is an alien. This is an alien video that I debunked as CGI years ago.
This is truly awful. I mean, I put in top 10 videos because they're usually good for a laugh. But this one's just sad. And this is just skunk ape. At the end, they talk a little bit about the skunk ape, and at the end, they show the Mayaka pictures.
There's the skunk ape right there.
She was enjoying that orange juice.
That's really pretty.
That's a rhesus macaque. That's the what's it face picture.
Yeah. There's a skunk ape playing basketball.
Disguised as a pig.
There's the pig ape. Man bear pig.
Man bear pig. They're driving around the Everglades.
That's there it is. There's the skunk ape.
There we go. There's a Mayaka skunk ape picture. This is truly terrible.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
It's pretty awful. Number 7, Ancient Germ. 6. Yeah, the next 5 aren't even... Yeah, I'm just going to end this now because this is awful. The link's in the description. Please don't give it a watch. Don't give them any views at all.
Yeah, it's really sick. Sick, not in a good way.
Yeah, it's awful. Awful video. But you know what? We said we were going to look at some Bigfoot news, and that was posted this week, so it's Bigfoot news.
Mm-hmm.
As advertised.
And now for word from our sponsor.
हेलो शादी दफ्तर
जी शादी दफ्तर लड़के के लिए 1 दवाएं आदमी के लिए 2 दवाएं लड़की के लिए 3 दवाएं औरत के लिए 4 दवाएं गोरी के लिए 5 दवाएं काली के लिए 6 दवाएं लंबी के लिए
ये रिश्तों का बूफे बंद कीजिए और गारंटीड रिश्तों के लिए कॉल कीजिए आपकी पसंद मैट्रिमोनियल सर्विसेज को 077-100-5959 रिश्ते वो जो साथ निभाए।
अजी सुनते हो हफ्ता भर हो गया किचन में ग्रोसरी की एक चीज नहीं है मेरी दवाएं बेबी फूड और तो और अपनी हालत देखो 3 दिन से नहाए नहीं हो बाथरूम में भी एक भी बात आइटम नहीं
ब्रेक लगाओ रेडियो हो या मेरी बीवी सुबह का गया रात को आया हूँ अब कहाँ से मिलेंगी ये सारी चीजें
सब कुछ मिलेगा दिन हो या रात हफ्ते के 7 दिन बेस्ट 124-hour शॉप ओल्डहम जहाँ से आप खरीद सकते हैं ग्रोसरी।
Alrighty.
I understood like 4 or 5 words from there.
Mm-hmm.
That weren't in English.
Yeah, I don't know what it was about, but I mean, he paid, he paid for the spot, so I played it.
There you go.
You get paid.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Y'all are getting paid? What?
Yeah, paid for the spot.
Phil is a pirate.
I'm not bold. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that'll wrap us up for this week. Phil, are you doing Midnight at the Oasis tonight?
No.
No? Are you done?
Yeah.
Okay.
Aww.
Yeah. I'm not getting any personal satisfaction from it whatsoever.
Well, there you go.
So, I mean, I tried to give it a good shot, and I was comfortable with making them now. I had all of the things down pat. And when the shows are over, I had no feeling of satisfaction or accomplishment. And I figured, I really don't need to do it.
Yeah, don't do
So,
something you don't like. It's not
Yeah.
like you necessarily get paid for it. Just enjoy what you do, and
Yeah,
people will
so
enjoy it.
I'm just gonna I'm gonna make the videos and put them up. I do get some satisfaction on my regular videos.
Yeah.
So. But yeah, the live thing, it's just not appealing to me. And I mean, I gave it a fair shot. I did promise I'd do 7 of them for Stephanie, but after doing 5, I said, that's it. I don't need to do any more.
5's a good number to stop on.
Anyway,
I'm sorry that you didn't get any enjoyment from it. I liked them.
I like them.
Well, people liked it. I wasn't getting a lot of viewers, for one thing. I mean, there's more viewers here on yours than there was on mine, even in the 5th episode.
On your chat on Power Break?
Yeah, right, correct.
Are you sure?
There were 30 when I was there that one night. There were 30 live.
Where the Facebook page, I get some, and I get some after the fact, after posting it on my Facebook. I'm talking about during the podcast.
Yeah, you had 30 at one point.
No, I didn't realize I had 30.
Yes, sir.
Well, that's I don't care though.
You're like, I don't care though. I still don't like it.
Yeah,
I just feel that.
We had the most I've ever had was 20, and that's when
if I had 1,000 people, or I mean even a couple hundred every night or something, or every episode listening in, that might encourage me to do it. But 30 people,
yeah,
I don't know. It's not worth it to me.
We only have 200 people that listen to this show. So you 200, go on over to Power Breakdown and make Phil bring back Midnight and the Oasis.
I don't think so.
Like, I'm not doing
it. I don't care if I have 1 million people watching it. I'm not doing this anymore.
Maybe Vinny would, because money.
No, it doesn't matter. It's I'm just not getting I'm not getting anything out of it.
Yeah. And there's no use in doing it if you're not enjoying it. Then it's just work. And you can go to work to work.
Right, exactly.
All right, so that'll wrap us up for this week. We'll return next week. I the hopes of many. Next week, we'll only do a couple of Bigfoot news reports. We'll open up to our fans for some questions and answers. So feel free to chime off in the comment section. Or in the live chat. So, yeah. Yeah, we'll be back next week. Good night from me. Good night from Dickie. Good night from Bill. Good night.
Bye.
Good night.